Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Thursday, October 16, 2025. In today's episode, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is impressed by Deke Sharp's Harrison Combe portfolio. Meanwhile, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, confronts Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. At the therapist's office, Sheila watches Deacon Sharp, Shin Cannon, embrace Taylor. The restaurant owner wonders if Sheila will still be his partner. Taylor says that is his decision, she's just helping him to figure things out. At Forrester Creations, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., is so wowed by Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang. They talk about wanting Taylor to find a man. Ridge wants that too, but he needs to approve of the guy. What is Taylor 12? She's a grown woman, and your ex Ridge. Moving on, Burrage Smooch and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor interrupts. They have a meeting to get to. In the design office, Deke talks to Hope about their father. The man doesn't want Deacon with Sheila. As Deke rants, Hope leaves to check on some work stuff. While she's gone, Deke slips his portfolio into the stack of designer applications. Deke slips out and joins Hope and Deacon. The children ask how his father is doing. The man says he's seeing Taylor professionally. He gushes about how amazing the psychologist is. Hope needs to get back to work. Deacon says Deke is a great designer. Deke says he wants to make his own way. Hope is really proud of him. Hope leaves, so Deacon questions Deke about his boyfriend. The young man would rather talk about Sheila. Deacon thinks he should use nepotism to his advantage at FC. Deke wants to prove himself. They debate about Sheila again. In the CEO office, Carter, Brooke, and Ridge are scanning portfolios. Nothing is impressing them. Hope enters and she quickly notices Dake's portfolio. She loves it. It's like this designer knows her. Who is the mystery designer, Hope wonders? At Taylor's office, Sheila comes in. The waitress admits it hurts that Deacon will talk to Taylor, but not his own wife. She'll support this if it saves her marriage. They discuss Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Sheila explains she thought Luna could change. Taylor says she harbored a dangerous criminal. Sheila turns the conversation back to Deacon. Can Taylor truly be impartial? Then Sheila warns Taylor that she won't let anything or anyone come between her and Deacon. Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful turned up the emotional temperature in all the right ways, with fierce rivalries, unexpected alliances, and a surprising dose of charm from Deacon Sharp himself. The tension between Sheila and Taylor reached a breaking point. Deke found a way to impress even his harshest critics, and Hope's reactions hinted that new creative alliances may soon form at Forrester Creations. The episode began with a stunning reappearance. Dr. Taylor Hayes walking confidently through the double doors of Forrester Creations. Her return was quiet but commanding. Dressed in a chic cream suit and her trademark calm expression, Taylor instantly drew the attention of everyone in the design office. Steffi was the first to spot her. "Mom," she exclaimed, hurrying across the room for an embrace. It had been months since they'd seen each other face to face, and though they'd stayed in touch, Steffi's recent battles, from Finn's loyalty to his mother Sheila to Luna's shocking arrest, had taken a toll. Taylor could see it in her daughter's eyes. "You're exhausted," she said gently. "I can tell," Steffi sighed. "Everything just keeps spiraling, Mom. Sheila is still out there, manipulating people, and Finn, he's torn." Taylor's brow furrowed. "Then it's time I remind Sheila Carter what happens when she crosses this family." That line, icy, confident, and filled with unspoken history, marked the beginning of the episode's central showdown. Across town, Sheila Carter was in a very different mood. Sitting in her favorite corner booth at Il Giardino, she was looking through a folder of financial papers when Deacon walked in. "Hey, you've been buried in that thing for an hour," he said, sliding into the seat across from her. "What are you plotting now, Sheila?" Sheila looked up, her green eyes glinting with mischief. "Plotting? Oh, Deacon, you make it sound so sinister. I'm just preparing for the inevitable, Taylor's return. Deacon blinked, surprised. Taylor, she's back. Word travels fast in this town, Sheila murmured, sipping her martini. And if she thinks she can scare me back into hiding, she's got another thing coming. Deacon chuckled. You do realize Taylor's not someone you can just steamroll, right? She's got Ridge, she's got Steffi, and most importantly, she's got the truth. For a flicker of a second, Sheila's face hardened. You sound like you're taking her side, Deacon. He held up his hands. I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying, maybe you should pick your battles. You've worked hard to rebuild things. Don't burn it all down because you want to prove a point. But Sheila's smirk said it all. She'd already decided there was only room for one woman controlling Finn's destiny. Meanwhile, upstairs at Forrester Creations, Hope Logan was busy reviewing the latest line sheets when Deacon Sharp's son Deke walked in carrying a sleek black portfolio case. Hope looked up, smiling. Deke, you're early for your presentation. He grinned. Yeah, I figured I'd beat the nerves by getting here before everyone else. She motioned for him to sit, intrigued. You've been hyping this collection for weeks. Let's see what you've got. As Deke opened the portfolio, Hope's eyes widened. The sketches were unexpectedly refined, elegant yet modern, with a subtle edge that reminded her of some of her own early work. There were sleek silhouettes, delicate lace accents, and striking color contrasts that balanced sensuality with sophistication. These are incredible, Hope breathed. Deke, where did this come from? He smiled shyly. Guess you could say I've been paying attention. Watching you work, seeing how your designs connect emotion to fabric, it inspired me. Hope met his gaze, a little taken aback by the sincerity in his tone. That's probably the best compliment I've gotten all year. Just then, Ridge and Brooke entered. Ridge, ever the critical eye, gave the designs a long, thoughtful look. You did these yourself? Deke nodded confidently. Well, Ridge said slowly, you've got potential. The structure's strong, and you've got a sense of modern direction. You might actually surprise a few people around here. Brooke smiled warmly at Deke. I told you he had it in him, she said to Ridge. As Dake's confidence grew, so did Hope's admiration. There was a spark of creative partnership forming, something that could evolve into much more. Later that afternoon, Sheila stormed into the Forrester building, because of course she did. Security tried to stop her, but she was determined. Taylor was in the design office with Steffi when the door burst open. Well, Sheila sneered. The good doctor returns. What's the diagnosis, Taylor? Am I still the villain in your perfect little world? Steffi stood up instantly, protective and livid. You have no right to be here. Taylor, however, remained calm. I think we both know what I'm here for, she said evenly, turning to Sheila. It's time for you to stop using Finn as a pawn in your endless games. Sheila's laughter echoed through the room, dark, chilling. Oh, you still think you can control who Finn loves? You psychologists always think you can fix people, don't you? But here's the truth, Taylor. Finn chose me. Whether you like it or not, I'm part of his life now. Part of his life? Taylor shot back, her composure slipping. You nearly ended it. You shot your own son, Sheila. The words hit like bullets. The tension was palpable as the two women glared at each other. I made mistakes, Sheila admitted softly, surprising both women. But I've changed, and unlike you, Taylor, I don't hide behind therapy sessions or family interventions. I face my demons. Taylor's eyes narrowed. You are the demon. For a split second, Sheila's hand twitched, not in violence, but in fury barely restrained. Careful, she hissed. You don't want to start a war you can't finish. Before things escalated, Deacon appeared in the doorway, sensing trouble. Enough, he barked. Both of you, you want to tear each other apart, fine. But not in my restaurant, and not in front of my staff. The silence that followed was electric. Sheila stared at him, shocked that he'd taken that tone with her. Taylor looked stunned but grateful. Deacon, Sheila began, trying to soften her voice. No, Sheila, he interrupted firmly. You want to prove you've changed? Start by walking out of this building without another word. Sheila's jaw tightened, but she finally turned and stormed off, leaving a wave of tension in her wake. Taylor exhaled shakily, looking at Deacon. "Thank you," she said. He shrugged. "Don't thank me yet. You two have a lot of unfinished business, and knowing Sheila, she's not going to stay quiet for long." Back upstairs, Hope was still buzzing from Deke's presentation. She couldn't shake how inspired she felt, not just creatively, but emotionally. As she worked through her sketches, Brooke entered, catching the smile on her daughter's face. "You look happy," Brooke observed with a knowing smirk. Hope laughed softly. "I'm just proud. Deke really impressed me today. His designs are bold but heartfelt. It reminds me of why I started designing in the first place." Brooke sat beside her. "Maybe that's exactly what you needed, a reminder. Between all the chaos with Luna, Finn, and the fashion wars, it's easy to lose sight of the joy." Hope nodded thoughtfully. "You're right. Maybe this is the beginning of something new. A collaboration that brings some much-needed fresh energy to Hope for the future." Brooke tilted her head. "You mean Deke?" Hope smiled faintly. "Why not? He's got vision, Mom, and he's humble. That's rare around here." Brooke's eyes twinkled. "Just make sure your creative spark doesn't turn into a romantic one." Hope laughed, but there was a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. Maybe because deep down, she knew Brooke might not be entirely wrong. After the stormy confrontation, Taylor and Steffi retreated to the Cliff House for a quiet moment. Taylor sipped tea while Steffi stared out at the ocean. "You handled Sheila perfectly," Steffi said. "But she's not going to back down." "I know," Taylor admitted. "That woman thrives on conflict. But she's not invincible. Sooner or later, she'll make a mistake, and this time, we'll be ready." Steffi turned, her eyes filled with admiration. "I missed you, Mom," Taylor smiled softly. "I missed you too, sweetheart. And I'm not going anywhere. Not until I know you're safe, and Finn is free from her influence." Their embrace was one of the few genuinely peaceful moments of the episode. Mother and daughter, stronger together, preparing for whatever came next. Back at her apartment, Sheila was pacing like a caged animal. Her encounter with Taylor had rattled her more than she wanted to admit. She stared at herself in the mirror, muttering under her breath. "Taylor Hayes thinks she's better than me. Always has. But I've survived worse than her judgment." Then her expression changed, from anger to cold calculation. She reached for her phone and dialed a number. "Yeah," she said when the other person answered. "It's me. We're going to need to accelerate the plan." A long pause, then she smirked. "Let's just say Taylor's back in town. And I want her gone before she causes any more trouble." Who was Sheila talking to? A mystery for another day, but the dangerous gleam in her eyes promised chaos ahead. Later that night, Deke sat alone at Il Giardino, sketching on a napkin when Deacon joined him. "You did good today, kid," Deacon said, clapping him on the shoulder. Deke smiled. "Thanks, Dad. I didn't think Ridge would even look at my stuff, let alone like it." Deacon nodded proudly. "You earned it. And Hope." She seemed impressed. Dake's grin faltered slightly. "Yeah, she's amazing. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I just want to prove I belong here." Deacon raised his glass. "Then keep doing what you're doing. And stay clear of the drama. It'll eat you alive in this town." As Deke laughed, Deacon's phone buzzed. He looked down, frowning. A message from Sheila. "We need to talk. Urgent." Deacon's jaw tightened. He didn't respond, but the shadows in his eyes hinted that Sheila's storm wasn't over yet. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.